Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me, Chuck, and we are here in the garage garden today. What we're going to be working on today is we're actually going to be showing a little bit of what I'm doing with pH levels. It hasn't been something that I've been doing, and I haven't even ordered a pH tester kit yet. Haven't done that at all. So I have a little bit of a droplet kit, I guess you could call it. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology, but that's what we're going to go with today. And we're going to test some water that I took out of my regular tap. It is filtered because I do have a water filter to try to get some of the chlorine and nastiness out of it. It doesn't get the fluoride out of it, but I don't know if plants really absorb or care about fluoride. So I don't have a fluoride filter. I just have a regular dechlorination filter. So we're going to be using just a regular droplet pH test kit to test the water and go with that. I'm going to order directly after I finish this video a pH tester, and we'll go ahead and review that on the channel as well to see how it works. So that's what we're going to start with today, and then I'm going to show you an update on how these little seeds that we've got sitting in this solution over here are doing today, and we're going to be doing a daily update on that as well until we actually get them in the aquaponics system. So they're not aquaponics, I keep saying that, that's not the right word. It is the aeroponics system that I have built, and I'm also going to be building some other stuff today, possibly, as well. So stick around and let's do this. I don't know if you can see my face in this or not. Hopefully you can see me now. Alright, so this is how we get started. I have this little vial here. I have this little dropper here. This is the water that I took out of my filter. We're going to go ahead and put it in this little here bottle here. Yes, I did say here twice. It's important to make known exactly what here is, in case you were wondering. So it says to fill it up halfway, so we filled it up halfway. And we got these little drops here. We're supposed to put 3 of them in there. We're going to do that now. This is probably the most inaccurate way to do this ever, but we're doing it anyways, because we'll see actually how accurate this is once we get our test thingamabobber. I know all the correct terminology, we're doing it here. So we shake it up. You're probably supposed to flick it or something like that, but that's not what I did. And then we match it up with the color that's on this bottle. So it looks like it's somewhere that range, which is high. We want it below 6.5, somewhere between 6.0 and 6.5. So now we take our pH down, which is acid, for those of you who wanted to know. And it says it, see, right there, acid. pH down. And then what we do is we pour this here water into this bucket, because I'm not going to mix it in here. And that's how you pour water into a bucket. And then I'm going to grab my handy dandy stir stick from over here. These come free with every plant purchase. Not from me, but from the store that I buy my plants through. And then what we're going to do, because this is only 1 gallon of water, so we won't need very much of this pH down. I have experimented with this a little bit. We're going to put like 3 drops in this thing. Boom, boom, boom. We'll use the water in here to kind of rinse that guy out, and then we're going to stir it to make sure we get a nice, good, even mixture in there. And then I'm going to put the lid back on this because I'm clumsy and I will spill it. And then I'm going to dump this into a nonsensical bucket that you can't see down here. And rinse this out in here so we kind of dilute the nonsensory in there. And then we're going to go ahead and fill that sucker about halfway up. And try again. 3
3 drops in there. See where we get this time. About the same. And we want that to come down, so we're going to repeat process. Alright, so we're there again. Let's start over. After we put a little bit more of this in there. Got 1, 2, and 3 drops. Looks like we're getting closer to where we want to be. There you go, see that? That right there shows us that we are right about 6. So I feel like that's pretty alright. About as accurate as we could get. I want to kind of try to, and I will, once we get the pH tester in, we'll see how accurate this is, because this says it's about a 6, so I'm guessing it's probably a little bit less than a 6. It's probably like a 5.7, but that's within the range of what we want. So that's exactly how we've been testing it so far, and hoping that our plants don't die. But I needed some new water to be watering my plants that's pH balanced, because I don't have any idea what the pH in that water is over there, and that's what I've been giving my plants for the longest time. And I'll show you here in just a second what we've got going on those plants. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. So here's on those plants, like you can see, get down here a little bit closer. So you can see we've got some scorching going on the sides of these plants. And usually that's indicative of some type of a nutrient deficiency. You can see this guy over here too, like these leaves are, I mean this one, like the lower leaves on banana trees die off anyways, and that's fine. But on these leaves up here, we shouldn't be seeing the die off quite yet. And you can see back there, like maybe that's just normal for these plants as they grow quickly. But it seems to me there's a lot of scorching going on here. And especially since it's on this one too, on the avocado, kind of worries me a little bit. So I want to start making sure that I'm balancing pH and stuff. As promised, here are the seeds. You can see that quite a few more of them are actually starting to do what they are supposed to do. They're growing into plants. We're gonna wait until we get a little bit more of them going before we try to move them into the rock wool. The spinach, I'm not sure I see a whole lot of difference yet on the spinach seeds. I don't see any really sprouty things coming out of them. We'll give them another couple days, see what happens. And back there I went ahead and started soaking some onions, and that there is a couple of watermelon seeds. So we'll see what happens there. And on these guys, I trimmed back a little bit of the foliage to try to give them a little bit more room. I gave them a little bit of fertilizer, so hopefully they perk up a little bit here. Again, I brought these guys in from outside, so I'm not sure how they're gonna do. They got pretty cold. I don't think they froze yet, so they still look pretty good. And this here is looking like it's starting to develop some new foliage, so hopefully we still get some results out of these guys. And we are also going to be putting together this whole nonsense. And I'm going to be doing a video on that. But one thing I noticed, you'll see here, that is a faucet thread. Yep, faucet thread. And that is a hose thread. I did not know that that was going to be the case when I ordered it. So in the description, when I put all this together, that video, that tutorial, I will have all the description stuff. I will include the adapter that I had to get. That's not here yet, but I will let you know when it is here because I'll be making a video. And that will be included in the description because you will need it. And that is all I've got for you today. If you want to like, subscribe, and share, we would surely appreciate it. If you learned something from this, please put it in the comment below. If you have anything to add, we'd also like to hear from you. If you're better at this than I am, I've got no problems taking advice from you. So until next time, we'll see you later.